What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be another special video where I share with you guys my favorite meet and greet experiences with professional wrestlers that I've met over the past several years. I did upload another video you can check on my YouTube channel that shares some of my favorite experiences with celebrities. And as I said in that video, and I will say in this video here, guys, I did get, somebody that asked me if I could do like a top 10 or maybe top 5 favorite experience of meeting, a wrestler or a celebrity. And I had to take some time to kind of evaluate, to look at some of my experiences, guys. And I literally could not do a top 5 or even a top 10. I just really couldn't leave out some of my all-time favorite experiences I had with these celebrities and wrestlers. So I decided to just share with you, regardless how many it is, just tell you who were my favorite, wrestlers I've met over the years. So without further ado, guys, I am going to share with you in the pile in front of me on this table here, and then I'm going to get up here and share with you some of the other photos of wrestlers I've met over the years that were some of my favorite experiences. So, without further ado, guys, let's talk about some of my favorite meet and greet experiences with professional wrestlers. Now, the first one, this one probably, I know people are not going to know who she is, but this is Amber Nova, and she is very popular here in Florida. She is probably one of the nicest, wrestlers to meet in person here. She loves meeting people, talking to people, and giving them just a great experience. She has, at moments, performed at AEW. I really haven't seen her anything outside of that, other than, some of the small shows. She does like the Shine Wrestling events that take place in Clearwater every year, which actually I'm going to one here in about, I think it's like 10 days from now, and she will be there, so I'm looking forward to meeting her there. But I've met Amber probably more than any other, not just pro wrestler, but even celebrity. I mean, she's such a cool person to meet, and one of my first experiences, you can see on the t-shirt there I made for her. This was during WrestleMania in Tampa back in 2021. I had her sign the car right there, Chevrolet Nova car. It was her very first car she ever signed, and she was so excited about it because she drives a Chevrolet Nova. So, yeah, she's really cool. If you ever get a chance to meet her, guys, she's a very down-to-earth person. All right, another one I want to share with you guys. This was at, I can't remember the name of the convention. I met Sting during the same weekend, or same day, I should say. But these are these two right here, Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti. Of course, you remember from AEW. They are a married couple right now, and I met them the same day I met Sting. And these two are such cool people to talk to. I mean, just really cool people. I go so far, these two people are like cool people you want to hang out with. Regardless if you're going to a bar or whatever. I mean, they are just some of the two coolest people I've ever met. And I would definitely down the road like to meet them again. But they were just, such cool, funny people to talk to. And like I said, I'd definitely like to meet them down the road again. So the next one I want to meet here, or not meet, but share with you guys, is, you remember the beautiful people from TNA Wrestling back in the day there, and that, of course, is on the left, Velvet Sky, and on the right, Angelina Love. I have met them, let's see, probably 4 or 5 times right now, I think. At least 3 times. But these are two of the coolest people you ever meet. They're just, they love their fans. They love talking to them. It's not like they're just like, it's like, here's your autograph and selfie and go. They love talking to people. They just, they love the passion of wrestling fans, and yeah, just cool. Two really cool people. I just met them. I think about a year ago up at WrestleMania weekend in Philadelphia. So, and they did kind of remember me too when I brought a photo to get signed by them. So yeah, two very cool people right there. Now another one I don't think a lot of people probably share experiences with is Summer Rae, Danielle Monaev, I believe her name is. If I spelled her last name, forgive me. But Danielle, this was back in 2019 at WrestleCon in New York City during WrestleMania 35, I think. And I met Danielle up there, and such a just down-to-earth, nice person to talk to. She is actually, if you follow her on her social media, she shares a lot of videos with her grandmother. She's been taking care of her, and I got a lot of respect for you, Danielle. You're doing a great job taking care of your grandmother there. But yeah, she's definitely a really nice person to meet, and she doesn't do a lot of meet and greets, I think, as much as she used down the road. I think most of the time I only see her at the WrestleCon events. So I met her actually during WrestleMania weekend last year too, and she's back to her blonde hair, and I don't know, either or, the blonde or the brunette there, Danielle, you look gorgeous. All right, the next one I want to talk to is one of my favorite back in NXT days there. Of course, you remember Mandy Rose. Won't get into the whole story about, her leaving WWE. I obviously was not a fan of that, but this was my first time, and my buddy, best friend Dan on the left right there, we got a chance to meet Mandy, and she was awesome. Just awesome to talk to. We weren't really getting much into wrestling talk, which is funny because we were actually talking about, again, this was during WrestleMania 40 weekend, and we were actually just talking about how bad the weather was going to Philadelphia. So we both had a pretty bad experience on our way to the city of brotherly love. But anyways, Mandy was such a cool person to talk to. I got that the Fitness Girls magazine and the WWE action figure with her NXT wrestling gear. And I did tell her I do miss Toxic Attraction. That they were definitely a great attraction to NXT. And definitely like to meet Mandy again down the road. All right, the next one. I don't think I see a lot of photos that people do with this guy here. But I met Edge up at WrestleCon in New Orleans back in 2018 during WrestleMania 34, I think it was. And I brought these Hulk Hogan sunglasses, and we did the iconic 5-second pose. And I'll never forget, I walked in there and I was asking if we can do the iconic pose, and he was telling me, he's like, man, I don't know if my big fat melon head can fit with these sunglasses, but we'll try. So he put them on. He's like, oh, they fit. Let's do it. So we did the pose there, and this is definitely one of my favorite poses, or pictures, I should say. But definitely thanking Edge for doing this photo up with me. This was really awesome. Definitely one of my favorites, though. All right, the next one here is the legendary Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry I have met several times as well. I just want to say, Jerry, I'm very glad you're still with us. God bless you, buddy. You've been dealing with a lot of health issues, man, but we're so glad that still you have aboard here. My best friend, Dan, on the right there. We've been talking about, he's one that we love to support. Always love to meet in person. Just a really good guy. Loves talking wrestling with everybody. And I love his autograph, too. You guys ever get something signed by him? He might have the best autograph of anybody. But, yeah, Jerry's really cool. Definitely like to meet him down the road. I'm running out of options, actually, for him to sign anything anymore. Then we have Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who is always cool to meet. I've met Hacksaw, probably handful of times, maybe. Got this 2x4, signed by him. I have a action figure, and I think I got like one or two other items I've got signed by him. But love his autograph, and like I said, his experience meeting him. He's always such a cool guy to talk to. Yeah, love Hacksaw. Ho! All right, next one I want to talk is one of his former tag team partners, the legendary Sergeant Slaughter. Love the Sarge, man. Always such a cool guy to meet. God, I think I've had 2 or 3 meet and greets with him where he has just made me laugh, but one of my favorite ones was this one right here. I was wearing my Austin 316 shirt, and I'm sure you old school wrestling guys know back in the day Stone Cold used to stun Sergeant Slaughter several times. And I'm walking up to Sarge, and he looks at the shirt here, and he says, he's like, man, every time I see that shirt, I get the shivers. He was just such a cool guy. I've met Sarge, man, boy, I think at least probably a handful of times as well. I don't know. But he's such a cool guy to meet. And definitely, I don't know if I'll get anything else more signed by him down the road. All right, my next one here is the beautiful Candice Michelle. Candice, guys, is one of the nicest people to meet in person. I've met her, I think, at least 3 times now, but this was my very first time meeting her because I had the Playboy magazine, and I think there was something else I had her sign. But the second time I met Candice was at the River City Wrestling Con back in 2023. Now, keep in mind, we're going a little over 4 years between the first and second meet and greet. And not kidding you guys, I could not believe Candice could actually remember me. She's like, I remember meeting you up at WrestleCon in New York. And I was just like, how can you remember that from 4 years ago? But she did remember. And the third time, because she was looking at me at WrestleCon in Philadelphia, and she's like, I thought I've seen you before. And I said, well, you remember meeting me in New York, and you remember me back in Jacksonville? And she's like, yeah, I remember. But, yeah, Candice is a sweetheart, guys. Definitely a sweetheart. Now, one of my next favorite meet and greets, I didn't get any, well, actually, I did get an 8x10 sign, but this was really quick. But I met the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte, guys, is great. I even before I met Charlotte, every wrestling fan on YouTube, they talk about their experience meeting Charlotte, and they just say she was just awesome, so good with the fans. And I met her at the WWE World. Now, of course, this is when she was still in the middle of her rehab from that devastating injury she suffered her knee during her match with Asuka. And I was very glad to meet her in person in Philadelphia during WrestleMania weekend. But I'll tell you the truth, I would have loved to have seen her compete there. She is a phenomenal performer. It can never go wrong watching her in a match anymore nowadays. She is a great performer and certainly a great person to meet. My best friend and I, we got our individual photos with her, and he even told me too. He's like, bro, that is Charlotte was amazing. Just good person to talk to. So, but yeah, very glad I got that there. That was at the World, which they started last year. And I'll tell you another really great experience I had, guys. This was at a Cricket Wireless event back in, it's getting close to 2 years now. I met the one and only Mommy, Rhea Ripley. This was when she was still the World's Heavyweight Champion. And, Rhea was awesome, guys. Just, oh my gosh, she was so nice to talk to. And she was so good with people. She wasn't like rushing into people. I mean, I know the people running the event were kind of rushing people as well. They want to get as many people involved to meet Rhea. But Rhea was so good with everybody. Yeah, she just an awesome person to meet in person. And definitely like to meet her again. It'd be nice if she does one of these events so I don't have to spend $200, but if it end up happening, then it is what it is. But yeah, Rhea was great. All right, let's take a look at, I think I've got about 3 or 4 more I want to show you guys up here as we tour my room here. As you can see, yep, I did mean Alexa Bliss. So my next, one of my favorite ones here, guys, is Trish and Lita. Team Bestie, of course, you all know. I have met Trish and Lita probably at least 2 or 3 times now, and gotten quite a few things signed by them. Actually, you can see, got quite the collection going with them here. I got the women's championship replica belt signed. I'm actually going to River City in St. Augustine to get that signed by Melina. But I do have, the dual action figure there. I got the Raw magazine back there signed by them. But here's my photo up with Trish and Lita up here. This was at WrestleCon in New York. Definitely a great photo. Both love the shirt right there. And I got a couple other things. Action figures, pop figures signed by them as well. But yeah, really cool. They were both really cool people. All right, my next, one of my favorite meet and greets here as well is the Brothers of Destruction, Kane, and of course The Undertaker. Kane we met up at River City as well in Jacksonville. Matter of fact, guys, he is going to be in this event again next month. It's going to be in St. Augustine. He's only going to be there one day, so if you're interested in meeting Kane, he will be there. And Kane is definitely worth meeting, guys. He was really, really cool guy to meet. And I got a pop figure and action figure signed by Kane there. And of course, one of my all-time favorites, top 3 for sure. The Phenom himself, The Undertaker. Met him at MegaCon a couple years ago. I will tell you, as much as the experience with me and The Undertaker was awesome. But as far as like the event itself, the day we went, it was one of the worst experiences, just getting the parking and trying to get inside the convention. But as soon as we got in there, Taker definitely made our day there. He was a real cool guy to meet. And one of my all-time favorite experiences, guys, of course I have to say this for last because he is my favorite wrestler of all time. And that, of course, is the one and only Stone Cold Steve Austin. We met Stone Cold up at WrestleCon in New Orleans. Gosh, it's been 7 years already, which is where has time gone by. But yeah, you can see right here we met Austin. He was so awesome to meet. Took a dual photo there with the belts there. But yeah, Stone Cold was awesome. So anyways, guys, yeah, that's my favorite experiences with professional wrestlers. I'd love to hear your experiences of some of your favorite wrestlers you've been as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video here, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Later, guys.